few days ago, I saved a woman. She watched me kill someone from start to finish. Her name is Lumen Pierce. She was one of Boyd's victims. To keep her steady, I kept soothing her. I also tried to make her believe I wasn't there to hurt her. I wanted her to climb out of the fear Boyd left behind, so I told her it was too dangerous to stay in Miami. Then I urged her to go back to her parents. At least it would be safer there. I bought her a plane ticket to her hometown in Minnesota. The next day, I drove her to the airport myself. I watched her walk toward the check-in counter. Only then did I dare to turn away. I thought no one would know my secret now. Then I went back to my normal life. I kept hunting the killers who slipped past the law. This time, I focused on a man named Lance Robinson. He lured male victims online. He slept with them first, then he killed them. So far, 4 innocent men have died by his hand. I rented an RV as a temporary workspace. I asked him to meet me in a remote spot. When he let his guard down, I injected him with a sedative. Then I dragged him into the RV. I was about to end his life when Lumen called. She said she had shot a man in a warehouse at Baywater Marina. He was bleeding badly. She panicked and didn't know what to do next. I told her not to touch anything. I told her to stay put and wait for me. I looked at Lance, still unconscious. I had no choice but to shove him into my trunk first. Then, I rushed to Baywater Marina. But when I entered the warehouse, only a pool of blood was left. The man who'd been shot was gone. A dispatch call came in right after that. The location was Baywater Marina. Someone had heard the gunshot. They likely saw Lumen fire, and they had already called it in. I knew the police would be there fast. So before they arrived, Lumen and I had to find that man. I sprayed Lumen all faster. We followed the blue glow across the floor. In the end, we found him under a drainage pipe in another warehouse. I pulled him out. Lumen was shaking with rage. She said he was the one who raped her. The man insisted he had never seen Lumen before. I searched him and found his ID. I showed it to her. I told her his name was Dan Mendel. I said he was a pediatric dentist. I also warned her we had no proof he was the attacker from back then. But Lumen kept spiraling. She even stuffed her shoe into his mouth. I pulled her outside to calm her down. I told her we had to save Dan first. Otherwise, he would bleed out. Right then, Dan used the moment to call an accomplice.
She's alive. You hear me? That last fucking bitch is alive.
That was when I finally knew the truth. Dan was the man who raped Lumen. I went back to him and snapped his neck. Then I had Lumen hose down the blood on the floor. I also got ready to bring my car around. I still needed to dispose of Dan's body, but I didn't expect Lance to wake up. While I dealt with Dan, he escaped from my trunk. Worse, the police had already arrived at the marina. They started searching the area. I had to chase Lance Robinson with everything I had. Luckily, I caught him before the cops saw me. I strangled him to death. Then Deborah and Masaka found my car. I stepped out of the building right away. I acted like I had just arrived. I told them I had found 2 bodies inside. They were shocked when they saw the scene. Masuka started explaining the case. He framed it as a sex-related accident. He talked fast and made big, ridiculous gestures. Then Deborah asked if I had anything to add. I said the blood trail fit Masaka's version. Just like that, the investigation went in the wrong direction. And for now, Lumen and I were safe.